Hi, I'm Carol. Thanks for visiting my blog, triathlontrainingblog.com. I'm going to fiddle around with my aero bar position to see if I can get a little bit lower. So I'm going to start by actually getting on the bike and recording where it is now. So that's where I am now. Now I'm going to loosen some of the bolts. And my plan, actually, if you see, this is called a stem, and that can be reversed so that it points down instead of up. And then there's these two spacers, which I could get rid of. But since I'm already pretty low, I think I just need to do... I think I'm just going to move the spacers. Get rid of the spacers. I think that might be enough. I don't want to go too drastic. So, how do I get that off? See, I've already loosened this bolt. So I'm just going to take this cap off. There it is. Put it over here. What's next? I have to loosen these two bolts, which actually I've already loosened them. I cheated ahead of time. And you don't need to take those out, you just need to loosen them. Alright, that's good. These four bolts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, they need to come completely off. Okay, I'm taking off those 4 bolts. There's 1, 2, I'm putting them in a little cup so I don't lose them. There's 3. And 4. And then this little piece comes off. And then this whole thing just drops, and I'm going to lay it on top of my wheel, like that. So there is the stem. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take the 2 spacers off, put the stem back on, and since this post sticks up a little, I have to put the spacers on top of that. And then that piece should hold the spacers in place. Yeah, I definitely need to keep both because this does not, I don't think you want that interfering with anything. Okay. I'll lift the handlebars back. Put them in place. Now this piece, I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually a little edge here, and that has to mate with an edge on here. So I need to make sure I get that the right way. There we go. That looks good. Now I put the bolts back in. 1, 2, I'm going to tighten this and those 2 guys. So sure this wheel is straight before I do the final tightening. Okay, now I'm going to get on and see where it is in the new position. Okay, it's not a huge change. I think I'm going to try moving the elbow pads this way toward my seat. I just feel like I'm having to stretch too much to where I'm putting my weight on my elbows. All right. Take the Velcro pads off. There we go. To move the pads that way, I have to undo these bolts. And actually, these are flip-up Aero bars, and I did not like them flipping up all the time. So I tied them with a tie wrap, so I'm going to have to cut that and then put a new one on when I'm all done. Okay, I got some scissors, and I'm going to cut that tie wrap. There's one. Now, I need to loosen those bolts. Let's see, I think I need this one probably. Is that it? Yep. There we go. Okay, I've got the pads back on after moving them toward my seat a little bit, one notch, and now I'm going to put the gel pads back on. One, and I'm not going to tie those down until I'm sure I like what I've got. The other one. Okay, now I've got the handlebars lowered by the amount of these two spacers, which is about 1/2 inch, and I moved the pads one notch toward my seat this way. Let's see what it looks like. Looks good, feels good. I guess I'm going to leave it like this and go out riding next time.